Hi guys, today I'm going to get you to do something on the guitar that's going to make your Johnson so big you're going to have to carry it in front of you in a wheelbarrow. That's right. So in my last video I was doing a really cool Zakk Wylde meets Chris Poland thing, and the backing track itself was very much inspired by Zakk's work that he did with Ozzy in the sort of more modern period. So it's got that really cool drop D blues inspired riff stuff going on, so that's got a lot of scope for some really enjoyable lead guitar playing. And one of the things you guys can get stuck in sometimes is just using box positions. Now the pentatonic box position it's like a cliche, right? How often people get stuck noodling away in the pentatonic scale. Well, one of the easiest ways to start breaking out of that is to start adding in some modal notes in there. So one of the things I'm going to get you to do over this track is to start using the Dorian mode. All right? Now, if you use that alongside the pentatonic, it's going to sound something like this. So you've got your pentatonic box position. Right, now if we start inserting some of the modal notes which are found in the D Dorian mode, you're going to get this instead. Okay. And now you don't have to do the scale all the way through, just for the sake of giving you something nice and simple to get started with rather than weighing you down with loads of boring ass theory. Let's just give you this. So those three notes there, the 13, 12 and the 10. And then on the B string, same deal, 13, 12 and 10. Right, those notes are found in the Dorian mode, okay? But something else as well, which a lot of people like to do, especially when using the minor pentatonic, is to insert the flattened fifth. Okay, it gives you that nice little demonic sound. So guess what? After you've done this, you can add that. And that gives you a symmetrical pattern that you can use on all of the top three strings. And you can start mixing that in with your normal pentatonic movements, all right? So you're going to be seeing a little bit of that. And this is just a great way to start spicing up your pentatonic, so you're no longer just doing the usual boring up and down da-da-da-da-da stuff, all right? This is the best way to get started. Anyway, because you want that bigger Johnson that I promised, let's get into the meat of it.
So, are we going straight to the crotch shot, Hicks?
You know what time it is, guys? It's time to go to the groin.
Yeah!
So, as promised, that was hella fun, and I'm sure you can already feel that your Johnson is increasing in size already because of that. No word of a lie, guys, honest. So I was using a lot of the D minor pentatonic with the D Dorian, as I said I would. Some D minor in there as well. Basically the D minor and the D Dorian are differentiated by the 6th interval, right? So in the minor scale, then in the Dorian mode. And the reason why I get people to start looking at using the Dorian mode when they would normally be using the pentatonic is because the major 6 isn't so dark and minor sounding as the minor scale. Sometimes people use the minor scale over a kind of bluesy progression and it sounds a little bit out of place because it's a little bit too dramatic and dark for some musical applications, whereas the Dorian, it has the elements of the minor, but the major 6 gives it that cool factor. So it's still got that kind of breezy slide on past. It's still cool, it's still blues, but it's not too minor sounding, if you know what I mean. Minor, it was almost like it's too classical. Dorian it's still cool, it's still blues. So you'll see what I mean when you start using it.
Okay guys, don't forget, if you're going to play along with Higgs on this one, don't forget to let us know below.
Yeah, that's right. I have seen that some of you have been doing some of the previous ones and it was great. You've just coming up with some really good stuff, guys. Well done.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Oh, and also, super thanks to Francisco for his super thanks.
Sir Francisco, obrigado, dude.
Oh, bless him. And also, guys, have you heard the new Ozzy album? Patient Number 9.
Yeah, I'm really digging that. Guys, what do you think? I think it's great to hear Ozzy doing something where he sounds like he's having fun again. I think when Ozzy sounds like he's having fun, I think it makes for a good Ozzy album.
Definitely, and I like that he's done collaborations with other guitarists. And
he's brought other people on board. And,
yeah, and is it Eric Clapton, one of them?
Yeah, Clapton's on one of them. I think honestly, it's some of the best playing I've heard from Zakk in a long time. You know, you know, Zack's obviously always been a great guitar player, but this has been some of his best playing that I've heard on Ozzy's material for years. I just think everyone feels like they've come to it. It's fresh.
Yes. There's so much feel behind it, and I think it's raised Ozzy's game as well. I just feel there's so much more depth behind his singing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were sceptical when he started working with this new guy on the previous album. He worked with this guy Andrew Watt, and everyone's like, "Who is this dude? Who's this guy? Why is he playing with Ozzy?"
Yeah.
I honestly think it's the fresh air that he probably needed because on the previous album as well. So again, it sounds like Ozzy's having fun again, which for him, at his age, he doesn't need to be doing it. He doesn't have to do it.
No.
So for him to get inspired enough to actually get his ass in the studio and to come up with this stuff is really something, I think. So
yeah, it's awesome.
that's what I think about it, guys. Anyway, I'd be interested to know your thoughts on it. I just think it's great to hear the Ozman having fun again. Like I said, Zack's playing is incredible. I love the track he does with Tony Iommi as well. And Jeff Beck's playing is great.
Yeah.
The title track, obviously, Patient Number 9. There was another one that Jeff plays on. That's classic Jeff when that comes in.
It is, totally.
Nasal Jeff Beck tone.
And do you know what is great about this album as well? Is if you haven't really looked at these other guitar players before, and now because they're featuring on Ozzy's album, it sort of opens the door now because you get a flavour of these guitarists in this album.
Yeah. So, guys, I hope you had a blast playing along to this. I know I did. As always, don't aim for perfection. Just take action. Go balls to the wall, and you're just going to get results. You're going to have fun. The more you do this, the better you get at it, and use it as an opportunity to try some off-the-wall ideas. Try some things you don't normally do. Okay. So that's all from me and Mrs. Higgy, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.